Welcome to Jazz Time. JazzTime.com is an online store that buys, sells, trades authentic luxury watches. We make these videos so our customers can easily choose the best watch for themselves in the comfort of your own home. If you like this watch and would like to purchase it at the lowest price anywhere online, click on the link in the description below to buy it at JazzTime.com. Today, I'll be reviewing the Audemars Piguet Royal Oak 38mm stainless steel in ice blue with a diamond bezel, reference 26715ST.ZZ.1356ST.01. It's a self-winding chronograph. I'll tell you a little bit about the history of this Royal Oak, then tell you about where this watch stands in the lineup of other similar Royal Oaks, then tell you about the case bezel dial bracelet movement, finally try it on and give you my thoughts. So let's start with the history of the Royal Oak. Now, the Royal Oak started in 1972. It's been around for more than 50 years, and it was the start of the very first luxury sports watch in the world. That's right, the designer Gerald Genta created it, Audemars Piguet produced it, promoted it, and it has since gone on to be their most famous line of watches, collection of watches. In fact, I would even say that without the Royal Oak, there would be no Audemars Piguet. And it is not only their most prestigious line, it's their best seller, it's the watch that sells over retail. It's actually the only collection that sells over retail, and it is quite honestly a beauty to behold. And so we're going to talk about this watch. Now, given what I've just said, this is not a history lesson, so I'm not going to go through every little thing, because there's also, by the way, something like, I don't know, 500 different variations of the Royal Oak. So we can't go through that. The watch has been around for 50 years or more than 50 years. We're just going to say that it has more or less have this same octagonal bezel with this integrated bracelet, but a bunch of different variations from there and all sorts of complications, material size, etc., etc. Okay, now let's talk about where does this watch stand in the lineup of other similar Royal Oaks. Well, this is a size 38mm. Now, AP is making lady sizes in size 33, 34, 37, and 38. Now, if you want a complication, which means that the dial has more than just time and date, the only option is a 38mm, which is what you see here. While that's kind of large, well, AP does wear large, and that's sort of the look it has. Those other sizes that I just told you, 33, 34, and 37, those are time and date only. So if you want a complication chronograph, well, this would be it. Now, for ladies, that's the biggest size you can get. Interestingly, though, AP is selling these 38mm chronographs as unisex. That's right. That means both men and women could wear them. And some men do wear them. I would suggest for men who have a wrist size smaller than 7 inches that they could benefit from a 38mm, because not everyone wants to wear a big, huge watch on the wrist. Sometimes having a small or compact, streamlined one is also a good idea. Now, given that this one is having a diamond bezel, I'm probably going to say it leans more toward women's watch than it does for men. But of course, it's up to you. Okay, anyways, that is where this watch stands in the lineup. It is part of the Chronograph collection. They make other chronographs, as you could imagine. It's the latest collection, at least as of 2025, with this reference number 26715. It's the latest generation. However, I'm going to say that I think it will be replaced soon, because AP, this is one of the few APs or Royal Oaks that still has a closed case back and older style movement. So I think it will be replaced, not sure when, but probably sometime not too long from now, maybe in the 26, who knows. But right now, it's the latest collection. And every bit, it still looks just as great. Okay, so they make this 38mm. They also make it with in rose gold. They also make it in stainless steel. They make it in, well, this one stainless steel. They make it with the diamond bezel and without. Okay. All right, so that's where this watch stands in the lineup. Let's start talking about the case itself, starting with this. It is 30mm, as I told you earlier. And the difference, the 26715, which is what this one is, that's the reference number, it replaces reference 26315. Now you might be wondering, what is the difference between the 315 and the 715? The 315, the case is a little bit different. No, it looks the same, but the finishing on it, on the 315, the older generation that is, which I believe stopped in something like 23 or 22, it had the case is not, the beveled edge on the case is not as pronounced as it is on this version, the 26715. But that's about it. It just has a higher a thicker beveled edge on the newer version. And that's the only difference that really I can see. Anyways, the 38 millimeters, and actually wears bigger than 38 millimeters because these lugs are quite large and it integrates into the bracelet. It just ends up making the watch appear a little bit bigger than that 38 would suggest. So for the women who like to wear large watches, definitely this could be it. All right, let's move on here to the bezel here. Now the bezel is it has these diamonds, as you can obviously see, and that's the reason why I would say that this watch would be more for women, because not that men can't wear diamonds, but circular diamonds, not so much. If it were baguette diamonds, then yes. But for women, the trend is definitely diamonds, and this is a little bit more feminine looking watch. It has 40 brilliant cut diamonds with a 0.92 carat bezel, which is not even 1 carat. And you might think, well, that's kind of small. Well, you know what? AP does a really good job, I believe, on this bezel combination to make it look very elegant, but still very expensive and very luxurious. A lot of times companies might be putting too many diamonds or making it too bleedy. No, I don't believe that is the case in this watch. It looks really good, and it still maintains its octagonal bezel. Let's move on to the dial. The dial also, again, it's one of the best parts of this. It's one of their best dials, and let me remind you this. Before they would, they as an AP would only put ice blue dials on platinum watches, and here this ice blue dial is on a steel watch, which is not that common, and it looks very, very good, as you can see. I believe the previous generation, the 26315, they made one in platinum, and it had ice blue dial. Now it has this ice blue dial on regular steel, so pretty cool. And it has the typical grand tapisserie pattern, which is this little waffle looking design here. Okay? And the counters, the subdials, are silver toned counters. So they're silver against this ice blue. They call it light blue, but a lot of people call it ice blue or baby blue. With this dial. Okay, anyhow, that's the dial, and it has a date at the 4 o'clock position. And the subdials run the chronograph. Okay, by the way, I should also mention that the thickness of the case is, if you turn it on its side, is 11 millimeters, and actually quite thin considering that it's a chronograph. It's actually about the same thickness as some of their date watches, which is quite remarkable considering that this has a complication of both the date and a chronograph. And yeah, it's quite complicated, and it still maintains the same thickness. But that 38 is a little bit misleading. It doesn't count these pushers. The pushers actually makes it even larger. So there you have it. Okay, now let's talk about the bracelet. The bracelet is a integrated stainless steel bracelet. It has a folding AP clasp, and it is what makes the Royal Oak so special, in that it has a bracelet that is integrated with, and it is integrated by the center links, as well as this finish, high polish finish that runs down the side of the watch and gives it a uniform look. And I believe that even huge brands such as Rolex have copied this style. Patek has definitely copied it by making their Nautilus, and then IWC has their Ingenieur. Overseas has their something I forgot, overseas or something like that. Oh, sorry, Vacheron has their overseas, sorry. And then actually Rolex has recently come out with their Land Dweller, so it looks like a Royal Oak. And anyways, okay, look, it's time to try this watch. Oh yeah, I forgot to have the movement. The movement, this is why I think this watch will be replaced soon. You cannot see the movement from the back here. It's a caliber 2385. You cannot see it. And I believe that since as a result, AP has been trying to modernize their entire collection by putting new in-house movements with a C2 case back. This one is one of the, I think it might be the last, in fact it is the last Royal Oak that has a closed case back and uses a movement that was developed more than 20 years ago. So they'll stop it, I believe. At what point, who knows? But at the same time, it is a very good movement. They just will opt for a better one that's more modernized. But anyways, this is a good movement. It has a 40-hour power reserve. All the other power reserves are now 70 hours. But then again, a lot of people are not buying this to look at the movement. They're buying it for the beauty of the outside of the watch. So there you have it. Okay, time to try this watch on my wrist. Now again, I am a man. This is, I believe, for a woman. So, but yeah, at least you can get the idea of the size and what it looks like on our wrist. I'm a huge fan of AP. It's one of my favorite brands. The three favorite brands I have are Rolex, AP, and Patek. Though they're probably most people's favorite brand. Oh, and RM. I guess that makes it 4. But for those mere mortals who can afford watches that are about like this size, a price of a condo down payment, I think that the AP does a great watch. It looks fantastic for women. Actually, it could even be worn by men. But you probably have to be part of the LGBTQ crowd if you wanted to wear it. But I would say if you're a woman and you really like to wear a watch that has a huge statement with it, then definitely this one could be for you. And look, if you want to buy it at the lowest price anywhere online, click on the link in the description below to buy it at jazztime.com.
If you want to find out more about the watch you just saw in the video, you can just click below on Show More to see the full description. Then you can check the link next to model as seen in video, click on it and you will get to the proper page where you can see all the details. If you're watching on a mobile phone, you have to click on the arrow down on the right hand side below the video to see the full description. If you like this video, please give us a thumbs up. If you would like to share this video with your friends, you can use the share button below and share it on any platform you like. If you have questions, constructive feedback, want to tell us about some mistakes or misspeaks, just write a comment below. If you want to see more videos like this, you should subscribe to our channel and visit our channel page where you can find all the videos. And if you're interested in a specific watch brand, you can check out our playlists. If you want to check the price for a watch or want to buy one, remember at jazztime.com you always get a steep discount, so you should check the prices with us. If you want to know the price for a specific watch, just go to Google, type in JazzTime, plus the brand, model and the details you're interested in, and Google will find the right page for you. Thank you for watching.